How's it going, people? Brown Brady here. Spring is upon us, and a lot of riders, including myself, new and returning riders, are excited to start taking the streets. This would be my second season and the first time riding during the spring. I've actually noticed a couple of motorcycles on the road already, but I did some research online, and a lot of people are saying that there are a lot of hazards on the street, especially this time of the year. In spirit of that, I am not riding my motorcycle, I'm driving in my car. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about those road hazards, and I've identified 5 road hazards. So here we go. The first hazard is black ice, which is a thin coating of glazed ice on the road surface. It's called black ice because you can see the black asphalt underneath it. It could be ice melt that is sitting on the road. It's practically invisible because it's thin. Now it might be covered with a thin layer of snow, dirt, and maybe leaf. And the risk is when you ride over it, you could lose traction. Sometimes you might start riding later on in the day when it's a little warmer, but later on in the evening, black ice might start forming again. So that's another thing that you have to look out for. The second hazard is obviously road salt. Road salt was applied during the winter for de-icing, so they could remain on the road for several weeks after the last snowfall. They could be more prevalent in areas less traveled by vehicles, especially during turns where it could be a little bit more dangerous. They could also fall out of vehicles as you're driving. Riding across road salt could result in loss of traction. The third road hazard is debris from snow plowing. This could be anything that used to be on the street during garbage day. When the snow plow comes around, they get pushed to the side. Later on after a snowfall, they get buried. So the snowbanks could be harboring a lot of road debris. So when the snow melts in the spring, the debris could get blown away by the wind or by other vehicles, such as toys, plastic bottles. It could blow away and get in your way while you're riding, so that's one more thing to worry about. Next are potholes. During the winter, water under the asphalt could freeze and thaw and refreeze again. Frozen water expands, occupies more volume, so when that happens, it pushes the asphalt higher, and when it thaws, it brings it back down. So over time, it causes fatigue on the road. You'll have lifting asphalt so that when the snow plow comes around, it scrapes those off and it creates gouges on the road. And finally, the last hazards on the road are none other than cagers themselves. Drivers, especially in North America, because during the winter, they're used to not seeing motorcycles on the road. So in the springtime, they don't know how to react when they see a motorcycle, or they could even be invisible. They will not look twice when they see a single headlight. They could turn in front of you, they could cut you off. So be careful of drivers during the spring. As an aside, if you still decide to go riding anyway, probably better not to drive too aggressively, especially if your tires are still cold, because colder tires have less traction. So you may want to warm them up first by maybe riding in a leisurely pace just to get them warmed up a bit. And also, if there are still snowbanks, keep in mind that your escape path will be limited. So maybe you would want to increase the distance between you and the vehicle ahead of you so that you would have a longer braking distance. So when is a good time to start riding? Many experienced riders say that it's better to wait until after the first major rainfall. That way it'll wash away all of the road salt. Yet others say that you should wait until the street sweepers do their job. One thing is for sure though, the earlier you start in the season, the more dangerous it is. Anyway, that's it for this episode. If you like this video and if you find it helpful, please hit that like button, or better yet, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. As always, ride safe, and thanks for watching.
You look like a bobblehead.